All right, welcome back and good morning, Giants. Today, one more little review day over perpendicular and parallel lines. Also, we're going to take a little bit of a look at slope today and kind of examine that in more detail. So, to start off here, we've got these two equations, A and B, and we're going to talk about how to find a line that is perpendicular to them. Okay, so once again, we will want to use our formula for point slope. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And we know it is perpendicular to this line right here. So the original slope of this line is -2. If it's perpendicular, that means it's the opposite reciprocal. Remember, parallel lines are the same slope. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocals. So it was -2. Opposite changes it to positive. 2 over 1, the reciprocal switches to 1 over 2. So 1 over 2, or 1/2, and that is the slope we'll use. Here's our point. We plug it in. Y minus 3 equals 1/2 parenthesis x minus 10. Okay, we distribute that. Y minus 3 equals half x, and what is half of 10? Hopefully you know that is 5. One step left, we add the 3 over. We get y equals 1/2 x minus 2. Okay, our next one, same approach, except this time the slope is 1/3 on the original, which means if it was parallel, it'd be the exact same. But we're trying to find a perpendicular line. So opposite changes it to negative. Reciprocal of 1/3 becomes 3 over 1, or just 3. So now y minus 2 equals -3 parentheses x minus -5. Anytime we subtract a negative, it's the same as adding. We distribute this, and we're going to have y minus 2 equals -3x minus 15. Add the 2, and we get y equals -3x minus 13. And we would be done. So, the next thing I want to talk about today, if we look down here, it says, find the slope of each line. Are they parallel? Why or why not? So, let's think about this. Remember, to find the slope, you can use one of two methods. You can either do the slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We could plug points in and find it. Or we can think of that as rise over run. Now, in my opinion, that's going to be much easier in this case, just to count and find the rise over run. So if we look here, slope of line AB. So from these 2 points, it goes up 1. That's the rise, and the run is 3. So our rise over run is 1/3. Slope CD here, we do the same thing from C to D, up 1 over 3. Our slope of CD is 1/3. And in this case, are they parallel? Both of those are the same, so our answer is yes, they are parallel because they have the same slope. This next one, from E to F, down 2, right 4, which if we do that, -2 over 4, which reduces to -1/2. And for GH, down 2, but this time it is right 5. So it's -2 over 5. So are those the same? No, which means no, they are not parallel. Our final one, J to K, up 1 over 2. And then L to M, up 2 over 4. Now some of you might initially say those are not the same, but remember, reduce that. 2 over 4 reduces to 1/2. And now, yes, they are the same, which means yes, they are parallel. So, for this next section, we're going to use this formula here, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Sometimes we have to find the slope when we don't have a picture. So if we look here, we need from N to O and then from P to Q. So from N to O, find our slope. We'll just do 6 minus 5 all over 4 minus 1. 6 minus 5 is 1, 4 minus 1 is 3, and our slope is 1/3 for NO. Now, before we do this, if we get 1/3 again, that means it's parallel. If we would get -3, that means it's perpendicular. So let's do it again. The slope for the second one would be 4 minus 3 on top, and 5 minus 2 on the bottom. 4 minus 3 is 1, 5 minus 2 is 3, 1/3. So we got the same thing, which means yes, it is parallel. No, it is not perpendicular. Okay, so let's do one more like this. This time from R to S. So once again, we're going to take 2 minus 1 right here minus here on top, and then 0 minus -2 on the bottom. Remember, minus and negative is the same as plus, so we get a 2 on the bottom. 2 minus 1 is 1 on top, so we get 1/2. And once again, if it's going to be parallel, we know we'll have a slope of 1/2 because parallel lines have the same slope. If it's perpendicular, it'd be the opposite reciprocal of that, so that'd be -2 over 1 or -2. So let's see if we get either of those. So for TU, we're going to start with 0 minus -2 all over 1 minus -4. Remember, minus is the same as plus, so we're going to get 2 over 5, or 2/5, which it's not the same, so no, they're not parallel. It's not opposite reciprocals, so no, they are not perpendicular. All right, almost done for today's lesson. One final thing let's talk about here. It says draw a line through the point that is parallel to the given line. Now draw a dotted one that is perpendicular. So let's first start with the slope of the original line. So if we look here, it's up 1 over 1, rise over run. So the slope of the original line is 1 over 1. So if it's parallel, it will also be 1 over 1. And we're done. Now the dotted one, for this we need the slope perpendicular, which is the opposite reciprocal. So opposite changes it to negative. Reciprocal 1 over 1 still stays as 1 over 1. So -1 over 1 goes through this point, down 1 over 1. And we put that in, and we are done. Okay, the next one. This one has, let's see, down 1 over 2, so -1/2. So we know if it is parallel, it will have the exact same slope. So go to the point, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, or up 1, left 2. All right, a little bit of human error there, but that should be parallel if I had drawn a straighter line. Now to find the perpendicular one, we got to do the opposite reciprocal of that. So instead of -1/2, it's going to become +2. So once again, we'll start at that point, up 2 over 1, or down 2, left 1. And we'll draw that dotted line in and form 90-degree angles. Once again, a little human error here. I didn't make my line perfectly straight, which is why it doesn't look perfect. But if I had successfully drawn that straight line, we would have had it. All right, so that's all I got for today. If you want to try this one on your own, you can. Send me an email if you want to know if you got it right. But hope you guys have a great day. Tomorrow is going to be catch-up day. So today there is a small It's Learning assignment again. So far this week we had our 2 It's Ultimate Math assignments and our 2 It's Learning assignments. Make sure we get those things wrapped up. And then next week we'll keep reviewing. And our chapter test will be next Friday. So hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.